Are we live? Hey guys, it's Lizzie. So I'm live streaming from my computer today, closer to the Wi-Fi modem, so hopefully this is better. I know the past few live streams, the internet has been horrible, and it's just because everyone's quarantined and at home. I've noticed my Alexa lights, my lights are on Alexa, and so I talk to her, and my lights won't even turn on because of the Wi-Fi, so it's definitely not just my internet. It's something that I think everyone's experiencing. I've talked to other people whose Wi-Fi also is like not letting them turn on the lights. So also let me know, so which lighting is better? Is it better like that? Or would you guys prefer to have the second light on? Up to you guys. So say 1 or 2. This is 1, this is 2. So it's a little like yellowy glow. Hi, Alexander. We need to talk. Yeah, I needed a name for this live stream, and I was like, you talk in live streams. So I actually made it on time for a Lizzie live stream 2 days in a row on a lucky streak. Aw, hi, Lizzie. Hi, Manuel. Hi, Kurt. Hi, Paul. Hi, Hugh. Hi, Fatima. Hi, Keith. Hi, Stephanie. Yeah, thank you. I have this backpack, and it's so cute. Also, oh my gosh, guys. So I have had this purse for like a year. And I was like running around because I just like run around for fun. I was at the grocery store like running and it broke and I was so freaking sad. So I'm going to try to sew this back on because I have like a sewing kit, not a machine, but I have, yeah. So I'm going to try to fix this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but for now, that's my new purse that I've been going around with, my pink backpack purse. I've had it for a while. So you look nice, Lizzie. Thank you. That one is cute, though. If anyone knows Lizzie like I do, you know what 10 days is. Sorry, there's an ambulance in the background. So I have been doing so well in life lately. First of all, this is a new dress. You guys like it? I think it's so fun. It also has like a little bow thing that goes around it, but I didn't put that on today. I was just filming a video yesterday. I filmed a video too. Lately, I've been waking up really, really early in the morning because I'm on new bipolar meds. So I switched from, well, I'm on the same one, but we like majorly increased the dosage. So it's called Vraylar. It's an antipsychotic. It's a really new medicine. And we were on 3 milligrams. We went up to 6 and it was like life-changing where I was waking up so early in the morning. Like usually it's so hard for me to wake up, but I've been waking up at like 8 and 9 a.m. And what I changed is I start taking my medicine at 9 p.m. every single night. And I go to bed so early and I wake up early and I film earlier and I get more work done. It's so great. So I'm just doing really well in life right now and I'm really happy about it. So yeah. Hi, Lizzie. I love your dress. What is your favorite blood of Egypt? No, it's sad. There's not a favorite. But when I was a kid, I always thought that turning the river into blood was like pretty cool. But I don't think that's my favorite. Like I wouldn't phrase it in like that's my favorite thing. So hope you had a lovely weekend. It's still the weekend. This is what you wanted to talk about, clickbait, LOL. I just needed a title for the live stream and I didn't have a theme of what to talk about. So I was like, I'll just put the word talk in the live stream. Wasn't the last live stream more than a week ago? Yeah, I haven't live streamed. I think it's been like a week and a half or even 2 weeks. I don't really know. I just was trying to finish my video on the video I just uploaded 2 days ago talking about the deuterocanonical books, those 7 books that are in the Catholic Bible and not the Protestant Bible. I'll get to the super chat really quick. Thank you for donating money. So that video was really, really hard to make. I think it was like way above my pay grade. I ended up getting, like my boyfriend helped me out. He sent me some resources and stuff. I had my own resources originally. I was using, it's called the Catholic Encyclopedia on New Advent. So I was using that article and then I like also researched the Protestant perspective and it was just like so much into the creation of the Hebrew Bible that was like way above me. So it was so hard to make that video. I spent so much time on it. So that was why I wasn't live streaming. It was like full focus on making that video. And I'm so grateful someone on my Patreon requested it. And if it had not been requested, I would not have made it. I would have given up and not continued making the video. So I'm so happy. So join my Patreon so I can make good videos. Hi, Phil. Thank you for the donation. Love you too. Hi, Vince. Are you going to do Bible studies again? Yes, we're starting up this week. I know I should have sent an email out, but basically, I do 4 Bible studies a week. So we took a break off my Monday Bible study, and I want everyone on the same level. And then we are also going to take off Saturday Bible study for 4th of July. So I need 2 of the Bible studies we're going to be behind. So I just decided to take a week off. And then this past week, I was sick. So I didn't want to do Bible studies. So I need to work really hard tonight and tomorrow to get the Bible study ready for this week. But I think I needed a break, honestly, because I was just doing 4 a week is a lot. And I'm a pretty, to myself, introverted person. So crossing the trail, thank you for the donation. I'm visiting my brother in New Mexico. He is now in hospice, but we had a good chat today. Please keep praying for him. Okay, I will keep praying. Hi, Lizzie from Italy, and God bless you all. God bless you. My stomach and digestive tract is taking a pounding. Maybe eat healthier. Give us a tour of your apartment. So, it's not cute. The last apartment tour I did on my other apartment, it was so cute, but it didn't get cute until 2 years living there. So I'm not gonna do an apartment tour unless there's decor and stuff. So I know you guys see when I film in my bedroom, the shot on my bed, it's really, really cute. And that's the only cute part of my apartment. And then I've started filming videos during the day with my icons. That's cute. And that's it. So I have a really good organization system with my clothes. I care so much about being organized. Growing up, I would color coordinate my wardrobe. So I would have red, orange, yellow, green. Even in college, if you watch my college videos, it was color coordinated wardrobe. And then now my wardrobe, I will get to the super chat real quick. Thank you so much. So now my wardrobe is if it let's say I have a crop top, so it's that, it goes here's the top part and the hangers. If the crop top is there, then I have the clothes go gradually that, but they're matching floral patterns as well. So I put a lot of thought into how my clothes are organized. And oh my gosh, guys, I've been doing the Marie Kondo, I'm pronouncing that wrong, but you know how she has you, instead of putting your clothes in piles, you fold them that? I have my clothes like that now, and it's so much easier to find my shirts and my shorts and everything. So I highly recommend watching those series and stuff. Okay. Raul, thank you for the cute unicorn. That's super cute. Every dollar helps me buy bananas. Javier, thank you for the donation. Hey, Lizzie, have you ever heard of EWTN's The Journey Home? Yes, we follow each other on Twitter, and I've watched some of the episodes before. It's basically a talk show about conversion stories. Yours would be a great one. Yeah, so I don't think they want me on. Maybe I'm too young. Maybe my story's not inspiring enough. But people have reached out to them and requested, and they've never reached out to me back. So they might be waiting until I'm older or something, because I'm pretty young. The people they bring on are full-blown adults. I was actually talking to my best friend about this recently, about what makes you a full-blown adult, because even though I've been living on my own away from my parents and away from college for several years, I still don't feel like a full-blown adult. I don't know why. I don't know what it would take to make me feel actually an adult. So Marie Kondo, thank you. Yeah. The mental visual image of people trying to get rid of massive amount of frogs. Funny to imagine. What do you think about Trump finally wearing a mask? Ugh, I can't believe it took him that long to figure out how to wear a mask. I didn't see the article or anything though, so I'm happy he finally did, because honestly, masks don't have to be political. Fighting this pandemic together, it's something that everyone can get behind. So the fact that he doesn't wear a mask and then that causes his supporters to not want to wear them, it's just so stupid. It's why would you be that stupid? So yeah. Maybe he realizes that he should actually start being a good role model for his supporters and stuff. I'm 36, still not a full-blown adult. Do you feel a responsibility to raise awareness about your bipolar in the Catholic Church? I would say no, just because I think it's not okay to make people with mental illnesses to out them and force them to come out about it and force them to talk about it, because it's so vulnerable, and it should be up to you how many people you share it with and how much you talk about it. So I'm open about it, but a lot of people aren't open and don't want to talk about it. So I think if you're a celebrity Or like Britney Spears has bipolar. Like she had a manic episode. It's so obvious. Like I researched this a while ago and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like everything that happened. And she never has talked about it and she shouldn't feel pressure to talk about it. And then other people like Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato and Halsey all talk about it. And that's great that they're raising awareness, but I don't think you should say someone has like an obligation. Like I love that I'm able to be open and help people and talk about it, but I hope that makes sense. Like no one should be forced to be out and have to talk about it because it's really hard. Adulting is overrated. COVID mask is a form of occult worship. If you were Eve, do you think you would have eaten the forbidden fruit? Yes, I think like besides Mary, everyone would have eventually. For some people, it might take like years and years and years. But yeah, that's why it says we sinned in Adam because we all would have done the same thing. That's how I always interpret that Bible verse. Why can't the patriarchs get together and work things out? Just because of such long history, I think it's really hard to get over. Do you think there should be a crusade because Turkey turned an old cathedral into a mosque again? I don't think crusades are a positive thing. I'm very into pacifism. I think there are just wars, but I think it's really, really rare. So like Bishop Barron was talking about this, how none of the wars in the US have been just besides World War II. And for that one, it was like a just cause, but the way we fought the war wasn't just. So those are my thoughts on war. By the way, Lizzie, Brandon says, I'm so glad that I'm friends with you and thank you for the streams and videos that you do because truly I'm grateful that I found your YouTube channel when I did. Aw. Mental disorder is caused by demons. I made a whole video about how it's not demon possession, but I get that all the time. Like people are like, get an exorcism and your bipolar will go away. Like, no, it won't. I am finishing my third graduate degree in theology, STD. Unfortunate name, but I understand. Do you guys know the degree of systematic theology is STD? I don't understand who thought of that. It's bizarre. Please check out my channel as well. I'm stuck selling cars to pay bills rather than sharing my knowledge. What? Can I click on this? It won't let me click on your... Can you DM me on Twitter or Instagram and I will check it with your channel name. Why do you think they destroyed Mission Son Gabriel? Seems like too much of a coincidence. Honestly, the country, like, people are being so impulsive right now. And I think people are doing things out of emotions without even rationally thinking about what they're doing. But there was a situation, I talked about this on my Facebook fan page, where a schizophrenic man burned a church. So it could be someone who's just like mentally ill and like all the tearing the statues down just like set them off. And they're like, oh, okay, it's okay to start like burning everything now. So like, I'm going to go burn a church. So I think it's honestly like, it could be another schizophrenic or like a manic bipolar person as well. So I think don't rule that out either. It could just be mental illness. I think a lot of things come down to mental illness, a lot of things in our society. Have you been seeing the tantrums Trump supporters have in stores so that they do not have to wear a mask? Yeah, so there's a whole Instagram account called Karen's. Do you guys know that thing where like people say women are like a Karen if they're like being really mean in public and they're like, can I talk to your manager? And just being really rude to people in service jobs. So there's a whole Instagram account of Karen's and there was one video clip in Trader Joe's and this woman was yelling like at the top of her lungs about not wearing a mask and she's like, I have a breathing condition, and she's like yelling all the coronavirus particles into the air, and I'm like, you do not have a breathing condition, like you're yelling right now, like you can breathe fine, I don't think. And she was like, my doctor says I can't wear a mask. Then get the face, you know what I mean? The clear thing that doesn't hurt your breathing. So there's other options. There's no excuses right now. Just obey the law. I spent my 4th of July live streaming on YouNow, reading, skimming over first volume of 2000 Years, a bicentennial illustrated history of the US, so others learn what may not be taught. Oh, that's so sweet. I spoke to an Orthodox priest who said he would rebaptize people, including Catholics. I was so shocked. So I think you're misunderstanding what he was saying. So you only get baptized once, and this goes back to the very early church. Pope Stephen in the 4th century or 5th century. Let's see, Pope Stephen the First. Anyway, so there were heretic groups at the time, per usual, and the heretic groups were baptizing people. And so then the question, so 254 to 257. Okay, so 3rd century. Yep. So mid-3rd century. And they were asking if the heretic groups had to be rebaptized. And some people were arguing for it. And the Roman bishop, which won out because he's the Pope, he decided that, well, the Holy Spirit through him decided that if you're baptized in water and it's Trinitarian, so in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, then that's a valid baptism and you don't have to get rebaptized. So it's not about getting rebaptized. It's like if you got baptized in instead of water in dirt or something, that's not baptism. If you get baptized in a Mormon church, they don't believe in the Trinity, so that's not baptism. So no one gets rebaptized. It's just whether or not your baptism was even a baptism. So I'm sure when the Orthodox priest is talking about rebaptism, he doesn't mean like actually rebaptizing people who have Trinitarian baptism. So like Orthodox baptisms are valid. A lot of Protestant baptisms are valid. So I think you might be misunderstanding him, or he could be a heretic. I mean, like, priests can be heretics. So the Pope can't, but priests can. Always Catholic Night. Thank you for the donation. Wait, someone burned a church right now? Yeah, in Florida, someone burned a church down. It was a schizophrenic man. Can God take me back if I mess with dark arts? I don't understand what that means. Like, take back your soul? Like, your soul is eternal and it's always going to exist. I ordered 3 cloth face masks online yesterday. Nice color. So cool. Yeah, I have a, I'll show you guys my face mask. It's really cute. This is my face mask. I usually have a lot of shirts with flowers on them, so I have like double flowers that I'm going around the world in. So yeah, that's my mask. I just decided like everyone hates wearing their mask, let's be honest. So I thought if I got something cute, it would make it less annoying having to wear it all the time, which is true. I just am like, oh, this is part of my wardrobe. And then this is like a purse I use a lot that's like the same color as my mask. And I like this bag because I can fit books in it. So I can carry books and journals around, which is great. Have you watched the movie Harriet yet? No. I don't really watch movies that much. If you're rebaptized, what is it gonna hurt? It is awful. It's awful. You do not do a sacrament like that twice. It's kind of like, yeah, like marriage, you only get married once. Like, you only get baptized once. It's like sacrilegious to do it. It's not like, oh, well, it hurt. Like, it's sacrilegious. Like, don't do it. Are there good documentaries on the different denominations of Christianity? So I actually don't know about that. I think that would be interesting. If anyone knows, put it in the chat about good documentaries. I love documentaries. So how often would you say you go to confession? Every 3 to 4 weeks, sometimes every 2 weeks, but it depends on how my soul is doing in the moment. So yeah, at least once a month I go to confession. And obviously it was really hard during quarantine when we couldn't go to confession. That was really hard. So the first time I went to confession during quarantine, there were like a lot of, like 10 things on my list, which is a lot. Usually it's like 3 or 5 things on the list, or 2 or even 1. So when it's like 10 things, it was because it was so long. So it was like several months. You've got the best bags. Thank you. They're all really cheap. Like, they're not, I don't spend money on stuff like this. Like, that was $10 from a boutique. This one is a present. The other one was like $20. So yeah, I do not spend money on myself. Like, I think the only stuff I will spend money on is makeup, but I feel like when you get makeup from Sephora, when you get nice makeup, it lasts for a long time. That's been my experience. And like, I have to film. So, yeah, I think I'm a pretty low maintenance person. I have a lot of clothes, but it's like through the years, you know. Someone burned the mission of San Gabriel in Los Angeles yesterday, built by Saint Yeah. We already talked about that in the chat. That's horrible that they're burning churches down. The one in Florida was even scarier because there were people inside the church when it was burning. Like, ugh, that's horrible. What if the Eucharist had burned? That's crazy. The title, "We Need to Talk," always reminds me of what many ex-girlfriends say before the breakup happens. We need to talk. Yeah, I would never begin a conversation with my boyfriend like that. It would be so cruel. That would be so mean. I was born Muslim and I can get married 4 times. Wow, we're very different in that. Have you been bullied before? So on YouTube, I've been bullied, but in real life, no. I didn't really get bullied growing up. I think because I knew how to dress and do my hair and do my makeup to look cute. So there was nothing like physically about me, and I think I'm like traditionally attractive. So, and I've always like not been overweight or anything. So there's like nothing to bully me about. And I also realized as I got older that I'm such a positive person and I view everything in like rose-colored glasses that if someone was bullying me, I might not have realized that they were bullying me at the time. But okay, I will say this. In middle school, the popular guys would like bully girls, but it was a flirtatious thing. So they would like say things about my weight, which I don't even know what they had a problem with my weight because I was like a regular weight, but they would like say, "You're anorexic and fat at the same time." Like they would say stuff like that. But I got called I had small boobs in middle school. It was in middle school. I hadn't gone through puberty yet. And so then someone called me that. So then I said his friend who was a little bit overweight, I'm like, "You have man boobs." So I like threw it back at them. So that's kind of how I dealt with it in middle school because it was just guys who were trying to flirt and don't know how to flirt. So thank you for the donation, Vanny. Please pray for my 13-year-old daughter. She says she's not Catholic anymore. I'm screenshotting this, and her gender is non-binary. Please pray for her to know the truth. That's so sad. I would be horrified and devastated if my child stopped being Catholic. I don't even know what I would do. That's so sad. Do you like to go to adoration? I feel like I don't get to go that often, but when I do, it's not like formal adoration. Like we don't have adoration at my parish, basically. So like when you say adoration, it can mean multiple things. It can mean like a formal service where the Eucharist is in the sun-like thing. Comment below what it's called, the cherubal something. Anyways, the Eucharist is like out of the tabernacle and it's like in front on, you guys know what I mean if you're Catholic. So there's that type of service where there's like music and like Bible verses and stuff, but it's not a mass. And then there's other adoration where you're just like hanging out with Jesus at the church when no one else is there, not during a service. So that type of adoration I do really like. And I've actually started coming to mass early and just reading beforehand. So so when I'm in adoration, like I said, I literally bring this. I bring my book in it that I'm reading and I just read my book with Jesus. So I just hang out with Jesus while reading, or if I'm like working on a video script, I'll do that inside adoration, which people might think is controversial, but I'm like literally reading theology and writing it into a Google Doc. So people get mad when you're on your phone though. I've had like glares and stuff. And it's like I'm literally I was reading Bible verses on my phone in adoration, and someone got so mad about it. What do you think about Trump tweeting about Vegano and Taylor Marshall? So people are going to hate me for saying this, but I think it's pretty cool that a president acknowledged a Catholic public figure who I love, who's loved by so many Catholics. I think it's cool that the president of the United States said that to Taylor Marshall, regardless of who the president is. It's just like, as schismatic as Taylor Marshall comes across as sometimes, I love him so much. I've learned so much from him. He's an amazing person. He's such a great person and leader in the Catholic Church. Obviously not like an official leader, but he is kind of a leader with how he teaches everyone. So yeah, I just thought that was cool. I thought it was cool. So I know a lot of people will hate that because they hate the president, but like if it was Obama, if it was Bush, if it was Bill Clinton, if it was Trump, like it's just a president acknowledging Taylor Marshall. That was so cool because he's like it's like my people, you know? Taylor Marshall is like one of us. So I thought that was really cool. Can a Catholic woman work outside the home? Absolutely. I made a video about this. They absolutely can work outside the home. Is it a problem that a Catholic woman aims high in her career? Absolutely not. I had to make a whole video about this because there is like a trend amongst trads. This is LaCroix, by the way. I hate soda. I am like philosophically opposed to soda, so you will never see me drinking soda, but this tastes like Sprite. I have tried soda before in my life, by the way. I'm just like opposed to it. But yeah, so you can work outside the home. There are extremist Catholics who think women have to be stay-at-home moms. Absolutely not. You don't have to be a stay-at-home mom. I personally am not going to give up my YouTube career at all. I'm going to keep doing it when I'm a mom. So, yeah. She isn't texting during adoration. She's actually doing something better with her phone. Yeah, exactly. I'm like reading an article from New Advent or like reading Chrysostom homilies, you know? Lizzie, do you have an updated opinion on feminism and the men's rights movement? So like I did my men's rights activist video review of the movie The Red Pill a couple summers ago, and I still agree with it that there's a lot of topics that men deal with disproportionately than women. Like men have a higher suicide rate, so we should address that. And I talked about in my video how therapy is more geared towards women than men because I have a more masculine brain with how I deal with my mental illness, and my symptoms of my mental illness are more masculine. So I understand that therapy like doesn't really work for me. So for guys, it wouldn't work very well. So yeah, I agree with that. Like men's rights activists talk about men's issues, and like for example, breast cancer gets a lot of focus and love and help. But what is that cancer that men get? Anyways, men get another kind of cancer at the same rate, and it gets like no attention and no funding and everything. Prostate cancer, yeah. So there's like issues that men deal with, and then obviously in the horrible situation of a divorce, the children automatically go to the woman most of the time, even if the woman is a horrible parent. So that needs to change for the best interest of kids. So yeah, it had good points. I recommend it's on Amazon. So watch the Red Pill movie. I was surprised by it. It was different, way different than what I expected. But I will say that there's a lot of men's rights activist YouTube channels that are just pretty horrible, and they like actually hate women. So don't get confused by like there's one YouTube channel, An Ear for Men, and he's horrible. Like he hates women. So the movie was done by a woman though, so she just like explored the issues objectively. It was really, really good. I had the opportunity to sleep in front of the Eucharist. It was a night prayer. I would be so down to do that. Have you read the Satanic Bible? No, but I believe Trevor owns it, so yeah, I guess he's read it. Have you been to a charismatic church? Yes, I went to a Pentecostal retreat in college. It's not for me. Like the whole charismatic Catholicism, no. I am very much into structure and yeah, just structure. I don't like the impulsivity and like emotional thing. Like I just don't like mass is very emotional. It's very structured. It's emotional, but it's not like impulsive emotional, which I don't like at all. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. I feel like I can't express what I'm trying to say. What do you think of praise and worship? So what does that even mean? We pray and worship at Mass. Why do you hate Trump? Too pro-life, too much protect Christian rights. Okay, I feel like you're new to my channel. So I've said in so many videos that Trump has good policies and bad policies. So obviously his pro-life policies are amazing. Obviously him supporting Christian rights is amazing. But there are other things that he does, like cutting environmental regulations, which I hate. So I hate some of his policies. I love some of his policies. So I think that he's a big bully. We were just talking about bullying. I just think he's not a good example of a person. Like, when you say leader, I was just gonna say he's not a good leader. I wouldn't phrase it that way, but I feel like when you are a politician, if you're like on the Supreme Court or you're a president or you're a diplomat or anything like that, you should be like lead through your personality by being an ethical person. And we've seen his life, and it's just not like leader worthy at all. So that's what I don't like that about him at all. I don't think he's a good example for people to follow. Nick Underhill. See, now he's coming out with actually his face and his name. That's so interesting. Do you know of any missions trip organizations? Yes. Focus ministry is really important. So I'm really against short-term mission trips. Like, if you went on a missions trip in your high school youth group, I probably would hate it, because if you go to another country and like build a house, like, you're not a specialist at building a house at all, so you probably shouldn't. So it's important to do long-term missions work. So at least like 6 weeks minimum, 2 months minimum. Like, it needs to be a long time, and you need to be doing evangelism, like reading the Bible and studying the Bible together with the people you're ministering to, which doesn't have to be in a different country. So focus goes on college campuses. And in the US, they also go to other countries. So Seek is another missions trip organization. So Focus and Seek are really well-known, renowned Catholic organizations. So if you're curious about that, you can go for like up to a year, which is really important in building relationships and everything. Where do you stand on Catholics who view Protestants unfavorably as Christians because they don't follow all the same rituals and traditions that Catholics do? So every single Catholic should view Protestants unfavorably, not individual people, but their theology is lacking in huge ways. They don't have the Eucharist, they don't have the sacrament of confession, they don't have priests, they don't have the Pope, they don't have church tradition. Some of them don't even have the sacrament of baptism. So it's really problematic how Protestants lack so much theology. And I don't mean problematic in like this judgmental way. I mean it in like a horrifying, terrifying, heartbreaking way. Like, it's really sad. We should be crying thinking about the Protestant Reformation. It's heartbreaking that they left the main church and don't have a lot of the sacraments, especially the Eucharist. Like, they don't have the Eucharist. Crazy. Like, yeah, so we should view them unfavorably. That being said, in a document called Lumen Gentium, it talks about how Protestants are Christians. And if you're interested in this, go watch my video. I'll actually link it in the group chat if you guys are interested. But I made a video talking about the salvation of Protestants. If salvation outside the church, I think is like the name of the video. I couldn't have the term hell in it because it would have gotten demonetized. Here, no salvation outside the church. Stop. Sorry, I thought the ad might have copyrighted music in it. Okay. Look at that video, watch it after. I talk about the Catholic Church's view on Protestants, which I think is really important. So while we do say that Protestants are Christians and some of them may be in heaven, it's a huge question mark if any Protestants will be in heaven. So you should be praying every single day for your Protestant friends and family to convert into Catholicism. Like, this is really serious that people are not united with the Roman bishop. That has always been the show of orthodoxy throughout Christianity, being united with the Roman bishop. So it's not like, oh, Protestants are Christians, that's sweet. They're like just like Catholics, just different theology. Like, no, they're missing the Eucharist. They're missing confession. Like, that should be terrifying, because all sins are forgiven at baptism. And then after that, mortal sins, how are they being forgiven in Protestantism? They're not. So it should be a scary thing. We should be serious about it, but we should treat Protestants with love and not anger, but more like heartbreak. I hope that makes sense. What do you think about those rad trads that deny the Vatican II Council? It's so stupid. I don't understand how you could be so stupid and like denying church authority and stuff. What are your thoughts on Oriental Orthodox? So there are, besides the Catholic and Orthodox and Protestants, There are also 6 Oriental Orthodox churches: Eritrean, Ethiopian, Coptic. 6. I used to have them memorized, and then I have so much memory loss in my bipolar, I forgot. So they have some Christological issues where they have some heresy going on, but in general, they have apostolic succession, they have the Eucharist, they have confession, they have the sacraments. So they just have some theological issues. And they also have different books in their Bible, which I found out recently the Coptic Church does. So I don't understand how anyone in their right mind would ever think you can have a church without the Pope. A house divided against itself falls apart. I mean, when you grow up without the Pope, it's just like a weird thing to think about having a Pope. So I understand why people are like that. Have you heard about the Supreme Court ruling with Little Sisters of the Poor? Yeah, I'm really happy about it. Yeah, that's the one good thing about having, not the one good thing, but one of the good things about having a conservative court is they'll stand with Christians, which is really important because since gay rights is viewed as a human rights issue, anytime a Christian organization, like, for example, adoption centers in Pennsylvania and New York have been shut down because they only will give babies to a husband and a wife and not 2 guys or 2 women. And so because of that, because the gay rights issue is like gay rights and human rights, they're shutting down Christian organizations. So also, if people are not willing to do abortions, so it's problematic because I understand we have different viewpoints going on in the country, but we have religious freedom, and you have to understand that, yes, if you're viewing gay rights as human rights, you also have to understand that we have religious freedom, and you can't just get rid of religious freedom because of a new movement. So yeah, it's crazy. I don't understand the Oriental Orthodox Christology. Their thing is that Jesus isn't 2 natures. He's of 2 natures. What does that even mean? Honestly, one of the problems with the Christological issues was a language problem. So I think because people speak different language, like, I'm serious about this. Trevor was talking to me about this between the East and the West. The reason with like the Nicene Creed, how we say the Holy Spirit proceeds from the Father and the Son, the Filioque, and Orthodox say just from the Father. It's literally like a language difference is the issue. So I think it comes down to that. What are your thoughts on Kim Kardashian? She might be the next first lady. Have you researched about theology of the body? Yes. If your church has a female pastor, you don't have a real church or a real pastor. So you can have female youth ministers, though, and campus ministers. So it depends on how you're defining pastor. You know what I mean? It was Latin and Greek conflict. What do you think about confessional states like the Middle Ages monarchies? I don't know how I feel about that. Have you heard about Harriet Tubman before? Absolutely. We learned about that in school. She helped free so many slaves. She's amazing. Do Siamese twins have 1 soul or 2? Obviously 2 souls. Like, what you've got to understand is Siamese twins, they have like 2 brains. Their brains might share some things, but they're still like 2 brains and stuff. But a lot of Siamese twins are just like connected in like the arm or something. So yes, 2 souls. You want to hear the cutest thing ever? So my boyfriend has an identical twin, and the zygote doesn't, like, it's 1 zygote starting out, and then it splits into 2 embryos. So my boyfriend and his twin brother were 1 zygote together. So they were 2 souls sharing 1 zygote. Isn't that so special? I just think it's really sweet. How can we be certain that the Bible is the book of God and not the Quran? I am 17 and want to become Catholic, but my parents don't want me to. I also have social anxiety and depression. What advice do you have? Please pray for me. So I'm going to send you a video that I made about depression when you're living under your parents' roof. When parents don't believe you have depression. I don't know if you're dealing with that, but I feel like you might be dealing with that. So I made this video a couple years ago. It has...
If you shop on Amazon.
Sorry, the ad before the video. I'm glad there's ads running on my videos. Yeah, so that video is about depression. Honestly, try to get out of your house and live on your own. Go off to college. Go off to a good college. Stop living at home, and then you'll be able to convert into Catholicism in peace. So that's my advice. Save up your money and just get out of the house, because You just don't want to be dealing with the drama. What? Trevor has a twin? Yeah, I love his twins so much. It's so sweet seeing them together because they have such similar facial. They do look a little bit different, but they have such similar facial expressions. So I'm like looking at Trevor's face in another body. It's so interesting. Both my parents are twins, my mom and my aunt, and my dad and my uncle. That's crazy. They probably bonded over that a lot. Trevor has a twin, so cool. I hope we'll see him one day. When Lizzie shops on Amazon. What are your thoughts on the most recent clash between Dr. Marshall and Bishop Barrett? Oh my goodness, which one are you talking about? There's so many clashes. So I was scrolling through my Instagram and I predicted it. I saw a post on the Word on Fire page saying they received however much money, $50,000 in a PPP loan, I don't know, some amount, X amount of money in a PPP loan. And they're like, recently it has come out that we received $100,000 or $1 million in a PPP loan. We actually received this much. And I was like, Taylor Marshall. It was Taylor Marshall who did that and who said that it was a different amount of money. Like, it's gotta be. So then I went to Taylor Marshall's Twitter and he issued an apology about it because he was gossiping about the wrong amount of money. But isn't that ridiculous? Like, you know, I just knew that it had to be Taylor Marshall. So, going to a Catholic college out of state was super helpful for me to convert. Yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't even have to be a Catholic college. You just find a Catholic church nearby. Lizzie, do you know of any good iPhone apps? What apps do you use? Let's go into my phone. I have a lot of different apps. New patron. Oh, you guys are so sweet. So I have Instagram, Snapchat. I don't really use Snapchat anymore. Twitter. One of my favorite apps is called Pages, and I use it to manage my Facebook fan page from my phone. It's really nice. I post the majority of my posts through my app. So then I have Elevate. Elevate is $40 a year, and it's like mental games that you play to increase your vocabulary, to be a better writer, to be better at math, like so many things. It just like grows your brain. So I find it really important because I have a lot of brain damage from being bipolar. So Elevate, you have to pay for it, but I highly recommend. VSync I use to connect my Alexa outlet to Alexa. Uber, Lyft, Skype. I Skype subscribers sometimes. Zoom app I use. Spotify. I actually use iTunes and not Spotify. So I don't pay for Spotify, but you can still listen to it sometimes if I want like different songs than my own. The Guitar Tabs app is really important, and Guitar Tuner, so I use that. PayPal, I get paid on a lot. Zulily, Zulily, you can buy clothes there. There's this girl on Twitter who I call No Pants Girl. She's against wearing pants, and we got in a feud a while ago. So she's really sweet though. We get along now. So she told me about this app to buy like dresses and skirts on. That's where she shops, because like, where do you buy like full length skirts and stuff? Like, I don't see stores like that. So yeah, Zulily is good for that. Duolingo, you learn languages on. Southwest, I book all my flights through Southwest, which I highly recommend, because when you have to cancel flights, you get it back for free, and you can decide like after the flight, like if you miss the flight, you can immediately rebook a new one, or you can change it to a totally different destination. So like, I was supposed to be visiting my friends in Florida at the beginning of August, and we're gonna have to cancel it. So it doesn't even matter. Like, I can decide like after the event to cancel the flight, and I don't have to pay for it. So that's really important. Venmo, Prime Video. Yeah, those are kind of, oh, the other app that's really, really important is called, where is it? It has to be on here somewhere. Oh, Postmates and Uber Eats, obviously, because we can't go out to eat. So that's how you order out food if you want to order out food, which I don't do that often. I cook for myself usually. What is the app called? Oh, I'm trying to think of the name of... It's... What is it called? It's a app for... Not live health online, live health online, live health online. You can do online doctor's appointments, including psychiatrist appointments. Live health online. I highly recommend it. Live health online. It's so good. You can get medication for like any health issue you're having, and it accepts health insurance and stuff. And then Bible apps. Laudate, I highly recommend. Laudate, because my boyfriend is learning Latin, and laudate, he's learning all the declensions from laudate, so I know how to pronounce everything now. So laudate, and then YouVersion Bible app you can listen to the Bible with, and then Bible Gateway is a classic as well. Okay, I've missed a lot of comments in going through my phone. So let's see what else. You guys are talking to each other. Laudate is the best app. I don't understand why Dr. Marshall is viewed as the face of traditionalism. Can we stop talking about this? I don't want to get blocked by him on Twitter because he deleted the interview of him, of me, that he did on his channel. He deleted it. So something I said like really ticked him off. And he hasn't blocked me yet on Twitter, though. He blocks people so fast on Twitter. Like, everyone gets blocked by him. So I don't want to get blocked because I actually enjoy his content. I would be so annoyed if he blocked me. Randomly found you. Could you please say about yourself, what do you do at YouTube? Peace. So I have over like 800 videos or something. I talk about relationships, bipolar disorder, veganism, Catholicism, a lot of faith-based videos. I do a lot of Q&As as well through the years, so I call it like Ask Lizzie, and it's kind of a series that I do. I was Church of Christ and am converting to Catholicism. Yay, welcome home. My husband grew up Catholic, so that helped. Aw, that's so sweet. Vegano for Pope. Oh my goodness, everyone keeps saying it. It's so annoying. No pants? What does that even mean? Oh, only wearing skirts and dresses. That's what I mean. So, okay, she would be so proud of my outfit that I'm wearing. I think she would say that it's really, don't you guys think? I bet she would say this is a really great outfit. So I've been trying to get more modest clothes just because one time I was in Adoration for like a second. Like, I was walking around in like a different neighborhood than I live in, and there's a Catholic church. So I was like, I just want to go in real quick and say hi to Jesus. So I literally walked in, sat on a pew for like 2 minutes and walked out, and a lady follows me out, and it's like, that's a horribly immodest outfit. Can you not wear that when in front of the Blessed Sacrament? And I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Like, the t-shirt was covering my shoulders. It wasn't a crop top, but it was shorts. So now I'm like, wow, every time I go to a church now, I'm going to wear a dress or a skirt so I don't have to deal with people like her. So that's why I decided I want to get more dresses and not wear pants to church and stuff. So, and it's just sweet dressing up and stuff. I was reading this book by Saint Teresa de Lisieux, and she was talking about like getting dressed up for mass every day, and it was just really sweet. So I decided I want to dress up even when I just like go to confession or just like to adoration in the middle of the day. Always wear dresses and skirts. So I think it's really sweet. Also, my best friend got me an early birthday present, and it says Lizzie on it. Isn't it really sweet? What is the name of guitar tabs? I think, let me see. I'll go on my phone real quick at applications and see. I'm pretty sure you can just search for guitar tabs. It might be different in Mexico, but guitar tabs. Ultimate guitar tabs. Ultimate guitar tabs. So, yeah. Trevor is a cool guy. Finding your channel really helped me not be so hard on myself. Aw. I am deaf, my own worst enemy. I can't find the words to express how much you have helped me. You're a lifesaver, which I could express, but thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm so happy I help you love yourself more. That's so, so important. We still want another live stream with Trevor. Okay, I promise the next time I visit him. And oh my gosh, guys. So we're going to make a video of Trevor's experience with me being bipolar. And I'm going to interview him and he's going to talk about everything he hates about my bipolar. I was just talking about it. I was filming a video today on 10 things I hate about being bipolar. And I talked about in one of them, like how it affects my romantic life. And I was talking about how he gets really sad when I'm depressed. He gets really annoyed when I'm manic. He gets really sad when I forget our relationship. He gets really sad when I don't care about him because I'm in detachment. So it's hard. Like I was saying in the video, it's harder on him than on me, my bipolar. So it's interesting. You can't wear shorts in a Catholic church. Come on. Even for daily mass, though, like, do you always dress up after work for mass? Guys wear shorts in a Catholic church all the time. So, and they were not short shorts either. Like, it wasn't a crop top. They weren't short shorts. So, yeah, that's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous that men can wear shorts and women can't. Is socialism compatible with Catholicism? It depends on how you're defining all your terms, basically. So Trent Horn recently came out with a book about this, which my friend told me is a really good book that you should read. But like, technically our country, like some political scientists use the terminology democratic socialism to describe the United States government, how it is right now, because we have public school, public national parks, public beaches, public roads, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, like we have socialist programs and we have a democratic socialist country. So we already are a socialist country and it's fine. So yeah, but that's not like socialism. You know what I mean? It depends on what parish you go to. I went to Illinois recently and there would be farmers coming in muck boots and tank tops. Oh my goodness. So Trevor just started a new job and it's like a part-time thing, but he works at a Catholic church and he's kind of like he's like a sacristan, but he also is kind of in charge of like the door coming in, like guarding it, not like with a gun or anything, but like standing there and like making sure people don't come in and like mess with the church. So there was a homeless person who came in and he was wearing a tattered tank top and his nipples were out like a guy, and Trevor let him into the church. He sat in the back, but he was allowed in. So I was like, wow, like we should let everyone come in and worship God regardless of how they're dressed. Like they could be homeless. You don't know. So you shouldn't judge people. Usher, ? Just like a greeter, kind of. But making sure that like people don't come in who are dangerous, because it's like in an area with like a lot of homeless and mentally ill, like unmedicated people. So yeah. Come on, Lizzie, you're not going to address the super chat? I didn't see it. Where is it? Oh, well, Jack, Dr. Taylor's video wrecked Bishop Barron. I didn't watch the video, but that's your opinion on the situation. I don't have an opinion on the situation because I didn't watch it. Call the rectory. They'll take it over the phone. Any advice for bisexual people in the Catholic Church? I don't really have any advice, but to say you're welcome into the church. Obviously, the Catholic Church does not support same-sex marriage. If you're attracted to someone of the same gender, obviously that's not your fault. That's how you were born or who knows? We don't really know why people have certain sexual attraction. I'm pretty sure it's genetic. There might be like another component of how you grow up, but for most people, it's like from when they're really young. So obviously like that's not a sin if you are born a certain way and you're attracted to people, but we don't have same-sex relationships in Catholicism. So, but you are definitely welcomed. There's a lot of messaging on Instagram. There's several Instagram accounts I follow that talk about same-sex attraction and being Catholic and how they're dealing with it. So I can get you in contact with some people on Instagram if you want to talk to someone who is bisexual or gay and their thoughts on it. But Yeah, those are my only thoughts. Raul, thank you for the donation of that better be a vegan burger. Is it a vegan burger? Otherwise, you can take the money back. I'm just kidding. Thank you, Lizzie. You don't sin, of course, and we should advise others what's a sin. Are you supposed to repent from your homosexual desires? I repent from it every time I go to confession. No, I don't understand what you're saying, but if you have a inclination towards something, that's not a sin. Like, it can't be. And I'm surprised the priest hasn't told. It's a cartoon burger. And that's 100% American grade A beef. Lizzie, some people say that homosexuality is demonic. I know that acts would be like sex, but not about attraction. People say everything's demonic. Like, my bipolar disorder is demonic. Panic attacks are demonic. Same-sex attraction is demonic. Anxiety is demonic. Like, we actually have an inside joke in one of the live streams because people were saying everything's demonic. So we were just like saying random things like guitars are demonic, swords are demonic, Xboxes are demonic, purses are demonic, because like you're just starting to call everything you don't like demonic. It's just really weird. So I don't like it when people do that. But I literally heard, oh my goodness, Patrick Coffin invited me to an event in Orange County, and some dude was giving his talk, and I almost walked out because he was literally saying like homosexuality is the demon of, and named demons. And he's like, bisexuality is the demon of this person. Transgender is the demon of, and I was like, what the heck? That's crazy. That's awful. Like, don't say stuff like that. So I'm against calling everything a demon. It's really, really weird. Depressions are demonic. Exactly. The doors are demonic. Demonic is demonic. Mind blown. Anything that is a lie is demonic from the father of lies. Hi, all. Just got in from being out. Hi, Amy. How are you doing? The Catholic faith is not infiltration from Freemasons. How are Catholics taking the Hagia Sophia being made into a mosque? How are you guys feeling about it? We were talking about it earlier. Some people were talking about in the group chat. Patrick Coffin is amazing. Shoes are demonic. See, we're back at it again. Houses are demonic. YouTube is demonic. Is sieging my new apartment okay? No, I don't think that's very Catholic. Just have your priest come and bless it, or bring some holy water and sprinkle it around your house. Guys, I was on like a Catholic movie set once, and we were like about to start filming, and the priest comes out and starts like putting holy water everywhere. It was so fun. I was Eritrean Oriental Orthodox and converted to Catholicism at the age of 12. Thanks to you. Aw, how old are you? You're so young. That's crazy. Actually, 12 is pretty old, though. Like, Jesus was speaking at the temple when he was 12. And I know we're not Jesus, but that just kind of shows maturity and stuff. Thank you for the donation, Jeremiah. Suppose I fall in love with a guy. Is it actually not love? When you fall in love, isn't that supposed to be up to the person whether they're in love or not? Sorry, Lizzie, just giving you trouble as usual. So love is not the problem. Like, it is love. The Catholic Church is not against love or against loving. We just say that you do not have to have sex to love. Anything my bipolar or BPD wife dislikes about me is demonic if she's in her manic phase. She literally calls you that? That's crazy. I am 15 now. Wow, that's so crazy. So how did you... 3 years ago was like 2017. So I guess that's when I started posting more Catholic videos. I became a $10 a month patron today. Yay! What are the rewards for $10? Do you get to pick a video? Let's see, patreon.com. Well, I know I follow you on social media. That's one of the rewards. Let's see. Where are posts, tiers, all patrons? Anyways, where is it? Page, patrons, benefits. Nope. What the heck? I don't understand. Anyways, the rewards are, I think I see them on the app more. I'm still $5 patron. Buy Lizzie's faces. I don't have a Twitter, but I have a Facebook. Oh, that's so sad because I don't follow on Facebook because it's like my personal Facebook, not my because I have my Facebook fan page, but I actually don't even use my actual Facebook. I never get on it. So, will you see loved ones in heaven? Keith asks. It depends on if they're in heaven or not. It depends on if they lived a holy life and surrendered to God. I saw some evangelically mad group saying Yu-Gi-Oh is demonic, like an article of a mother burning $1,000 or weird. Okay. Anyways, I don't have Twitter, but I have a Facebook. Are those the only rewards? There's more rewards. Buy Lizzie's face on my merch. Okay, Trevor's gonna make me new merch soon. That's like one of our goals for the summer, so for sure. The statue of Mary was burned in Boston. I live an hour from there. Very sad. That's so sad. Who would do that? Who would burn Mary down? Are they going to burn Jesus down next? Alexander says, so happy I found a whole community I can relate to. Hurts my heart how many people don't understand mental health. Any advice how to embrace being bipolar rather than denying or trying to hide, push people away? So I think my next video is really going to help you. I think, let's see if it's up on my channel already. Finish processing. Yeah, let's schedule the video then. I'm not going to schedule it right now because I want to add on an end screen and stuff. But basically, tomorrow at, what time is it premiering at? Let's see, visibility. At 4 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow, my video is going to premiere, and it's 10 things I love about being bipolar. So I kind of talk about like the beautiful parts that you could embrace and appreciate about bipolar, and it's like very into like hope and beauty through suffering and everything. So I think you'll like the video a lot, and I just share what I've gained from it. Someone spray painted on a Mary statue, and they spray painted on a Mary icon in some country in Europe too. Yay! Thanks and ready to watch your new video. Pope John Paul II's Theology of the Body helps believers understand in detail why homosexuality goes against the body. Oh, yes, guys. So if you're struggling with the church's teaching on same-sex attraction and gay marriage and everything, email me. My email is lizzysanswers@gmail.com because for my Bible studies, I recently sent out a lot of resources to understand the church's view on sex. So definitely email me or message me on Twitter or Facebook, and I'll send you all the links and everything. Mary has got to be the one interceding for us the most. Absolutely. She just prays all the time and talks to God all the time. Was the Catholic Church right about Galileo? Yes. So Galileo's arguments were wrong. So his conclusion was correct, but his arguments were wrong, meaning the argument wasn't sound. So that was the issue with Galileo. I hope you guys can understand. What are your thoughts on the dissension between Catholics on social media? For example, the situation between Bishop Barron and Dr. Taylor. Taylor Marshall needs to calm down and stop hating on Bishop Barron all the time. It's kind of weird. He just needs to find other hobbies, I think. Yes, because Galileo wasn't explained right. The flesh that suffered on the cross for our salvation is flesh that Jesus took from Mary. Absolutely. And okay, when women are babies, like when women are in the womb, they already have like all the eggs that they're ever going to have. So when Mary was conceived and like when Mary was a fetus and stuff, Jesus' embryo was inside her. Isn't that so cool? And then she carried the embryo until she had Jesus. Thinking about converting to the Catholic Church, what is your best advice? Well, my advice is to watch my video, How to Become Catholic. And, well, I have two videos. I'm going to send you. I have my How to Become Catholic video where I give a ton of resources on how to learn more about the Catholic Church. Sorry, that's an ad coming up. Okay, so ready? Here's first link. And the second link is Catholic lingo, because there's so much Catholic lingo going on. Convert's Guide to Catholic Lingo.
Realize how inaccessible and confusing so much of the language is.
What's up? I'm so glad my videos haven't gotten copyrighted with that song. What if I love you and I love Lamictal. Thank you for the donation. So Lamictal is one of my bipolar meds that I'm on. It's also called lamotrigine. Wishing someone to get a life-threatening illness is telling the truth. You're insane. That's horrible. Who said that? Do Catholic believes in gifts of the Holy Spirit? Yes, but in a different way than like charismatic Catholics. You missed my old intro? Oh, that's really sweet. I'm on 30 milligrams of Lamictal. I'm on 300. Wow. I can't believe 30 is interesting. I can't believe, 300 she meant. Okay. I was like, if 300 is medicinal level, 30 cannot be. Do you listen to Hillsong? Yes, absolutely. What do you think of charismatic Catholics? I get this question every single live stream. I should make a video answering questions I get in every live stream so we can stop asking them in live streams. So I personally, charismatic Catholicism is not for me. I'm 400 milligrams of lithium per day. I forget what dosages I was at when I was on it. I made a video about lithium, so it's probably in the video. Are you a fan of Beyonce? Yes, Lemonade was so good. I have a lot of her songs. I think she's really talented. What's your favorite Hillsong song? Let's see what I have from Hillsong. Vince just sent me a photo during the live stream. Hillsong. Oh, I have Hillsong in Spanish. So, Hermoso Nombre is really good. I was going to say, do you guys want to hear part of it, but then it'll get demonetized. Oceans is really good. I love Still. Mighty to Save, Back in the Day. The Stand, really good. So Will I. Oh my goodness, I love So Will I. It's so good. And any other songs that I really like an Avalanche was big when I was in college. So those are my favorite songs. I love listening to Hillsong in Spanish. Someone made a YouTube video and they put all the Hillsong in Spanish songs in one YouTube video and it's so good. So, I listen to it sometimes. I've seen Hillsong in concert. That's so cool. Music is demonic. Yep, Vince. Yes. Water to Wine is really good. I haven't heard that one. Water. TikTok is demonic. I don't know how people don't see that. I just tweeted that Taylor Marshall soundbite from earlier. Demonic is satanic. What is your opinion on Halloween, pagan, demonic, or Christian? I don't know. Favorite saint besides Saint Irenaeus? Okay, that was a fail. This is how it's spelled. I was like, which saint is that? So, I love Chrysostom, Augustine, Jerome, Saint Teresa of Avila, Saint Catherine of Siena. Yeah, those are some of my favorite saints. What is your favorite legume? Okay, what is the definition of a legume? Because this YouTuber I watched, Unnatural Vegan, talks about legumes a lot. I'm pretty sure it's like lentils and beans, right? So I would say that, okay, I'm looking at pictures of legumes. So my favorite legume would probably be chickpeas and garbanzo beans. So those are really, really good. Peas are legumes, or is that a different type of bean? Beans and legumes. Split pea. Oh, peas are legumes. Wow. So here are some examples of beans and legumes. Split pea, Roman bean, red bean. Chickpeas, my favorite. Split mung, mung bean, black bean. Black bean's good. I get that with Chipotle. Black-eyed pea, and red lentil bean. Interesting. So I'm pretty sure that legume is just like beans and lentils is basically it. I just got back from mass today. Awesome. Chickpeas and garbanzo beans are the same. Yeah, that's what I meant and was trying to say. Let me look up something real quick. Okay. My due date was the Feast of the Little Flower, but she happened to be one of my patron saints because my middle name is Rose. Oh, that's really sweet. My cat is demonic. Buy all the Goya products. Oh my goodness. So the day the Goya scandal happened, I went to the grocery store and the Goya section was on sale. And there are so many meanings that could come from that. So number one, they could know that people are not going to buy Goya, so they have to put it on sale so that people will buy Goya. Another thing, the store might have been against Goya and be wanting to get rid of it, but not like throw it out. So they just want to get rid of it as soon as possible. And maybe they're going to like cut their contract with Goya. It's so ridiculous though. How often do you pray? Every day throughout the day. What is your favorite Marian devotion? The Rosary. Evil is demonic. How do you feel when Christians say they had a spiritual revelation claiming secular music and media is demonic? I'm not into personal revelations. If it's not approved by the church, just stop talking about it. Have you watched Catholic productions of Dr. Brant Pitry's Bible studies? I've heard of that, but I don't know. New to your channel, love your videos. I've been looking to become a Catholic. Thank you for your videos. Aw. Well, I'm going to send you a video on how to become Catholic with lots of resources talking about it. I just shared these two videos with someone else, so I'm going to send it to YouTube. How to become Catholic, Lizzie's answers. So these are just resources to help you out. Sorry. Resources to help you out. And then I have another video on Catholic lingo. Lingo, Catholic, Lizzie's answers. Cool. And it just shares the term. Stop! This is going to get demonetized. I bet that was enough to get demonetized. Yeah, so those two videos I highly recommend. They will help you in your Catholic decision. Also, do you guys like my makeup? I did a smoky eye for the video I just filmed and this live stream. You should make a video about how you feel after being in quarantine and not being able to go to mass. That would be like the saddest video ever. Need the Catholic Church's opinions. Are women funny? Obviously, women can be funny. What is that even supposed to mean? Lizzie, would you become a nun? I think it would be really fun. I think I would really enjoy it a lot. Soy and almond milk is demonic. What is your favorite kind of milk? I love almond milk to drink and oat milk in my coffee. Hi, Lizzie. I'm a Protestant from Costa Rica, currently crossing the Tiber, which is the term for becoming Catholic. Your videos are helping a lot. I wanted to ask, what are the daily obligations for a Catholic, if there are any? Just to pray every day and then to do an examination of conscience at night of like what you could have done better, and then maybe writing it down, and like if those are consistent things, it could be something to go to confession about. But obviously you're not doing confession now. But yeah, have you been in a Black Lives Matter protest before? No, I have not. And I know that's a huge luxury that I don't have to protest. It's not, ooh, my computer's falling. I don't own glasses right now. I lost my glasses when I moved, and they might be in my parents' house. Anyway, so I lost my glasses, so I only wear contacts. And if they do tear gas or another kind of gas, you will literally go blind, and Yeah, like you'll literally go blind if they put tear gas or the other types of gas into your eye. It'll like melt into your eye and you'll go blind. So I got really freaked out when they were using that at protests, and am like, I'm not going to a protest. I'm really freaked out by how the police are reacting and everything. It's just really scary. And I know that even like for peaceful protests, they're just being really, yeah. So I know it's a huge luxury that like I'm white and I don't have to protest, and like I can be worried about going blind, and I can be worried about the police being violent and everything, and don't have to go. Whereas if I was black, I would probably feel like I have to go protest. So yeah, you guys might judge me for not doing that, but no, I have not. I feel like using my platform to talk about racial issues, and I'm doing a lot of reading right now into racism and trying to understand it more. So I'm in a Black Lives Matter book club right now where we like read things and try to understand the issues going on in our country more. So I'm definitely going to share those in videos. I made several videos talking about it, so you can definitely watch those. So I'm doing the most with like reading and researching and putting that into videos, I feel like is what I'm doing for the movement. As for makeup questions, you are beautiful. Thank you. The movement is anti-Catholic. Why don't you watch the video I made about it? Because I talk about the difference in the video between Black Lives Matter Global Network. It's Black Lives Matter Global Network is the organization. That's the video. And then I talked about like anti-racism as like a national topic to be discussing and like working towards. Because something I've been reading a lot that's really important is it's not enough to just be not racist. You have to be actively anti-racist. And that involves researching and trying to understand the issues more that we're going through in this country. I'm currently reading Under Our Skin by Benjamin Watson, where he talks about racism. Google Catholic precepts, go to their page. It's against the nuclear family. Guys, watch my video. I literally read their What We Believe section in my video and talked about it. So stop talking about my opinion on this if you haven't watched my video where I talked about it in. I agree with the idea that Black Lives Matter, but why defund the police? How can that make the police better? The defunding the police is very complex, and I have not researched it enough to talk about it right now. So I'm not going to make myself sound like a fool and misrepresent the movement. Okay, guys, everyone keeps talking about a topic and misrepresenting what I said on the topic, so I think I'm gonna go. Also, we've been here for almost an hour and a half. It's been a really long live stream. Tomorrow, my video is going to go up in which I talk about what I love. I forgot for a second what I love about being bipolar. So that video will be going up tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So definitely watch the video. And then right after that, I'm uploading my video, what I hate about being bipolar. So I think they'll both be really, really informative, and definitely give me video requests if there's other videos you'd like me to upload. Because I increased my dosage of Vraylar, I basically am less manic than I used to be, so it's hard for me coming up with video ideas, so I really need your guys' help. So please reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook if you have video requests. Guys, pray for Lizzie for sure. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!